Today we have an amazing broadcast today, and the is going to be 5 steps to present your products online. And for that, we have special guest today, and his name is Sonny Ahonsi. So welcome, Sonny, to the show. And Sonny is the author of this book, World Changing Blockchain Opportunities, and also the founder of MediLiVes. So please, Sonny, can you please introduce yourself and share with them some features about your journey? So welcome, Sonny, to the show. And Sonny, go for it.
Yes, Harry, it's been amazing for me to be right here in your studio, in your own area where all things are happening.
And today we're going to be discussing 5 steps to present your products online. So, Sonny, please tell us a little bit more about your journey. You have been since this pandemic that we're facing, presenting online again and again and again. I think that the most experienced online presenter that I ever introduced into this show. And please introduce yourself and share a little bit more
about my journey.
About your journey.
Okay, my name is Dr. Sonny Ahonsi, and a motivational speaker. But what I do for a living is to help patients to be connected with doctors 365, 724, any time of the day. That's my fundamental mission, to help people to be healthy and to be well. Whether you're a speaker or you're a president or any person for that matter, you need to have good health. Harry, you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree 100%. And in order to you to raise the awareness about how healthy we should keep our body, right? We have to present, we have to speak, we have to amplify our message. So in your view, Sonny, right, out of this amazing journey that you have with your company MediLive, right, where you have been make the life vision, your life mission, to actually present and raise awareness about how people can be more healthy, right? You develop a product, a unique product that today, better than ever, is creating a big benefit to society, which is to having a doctor in your own pocket. So before we go to the topic, 5 steps to present your product online, I want you to share with the audience why technology is important, why something like blockchain technology is important to improve the health of the people, and what was the idea behind you and the story, how you come with such a good company that is producing a great result for people out there.
Okay, very good. Let me just start and give you a preamble, synoptically, what I do and what I do. I wrote this book, just a few years ago, and Lily was actually my publisher. It was against the backdrop of the fact that I lost a lot of money in cryptocurrency and blockchain.
Wow.
There over £700,000 in the last 6-7 years since I've been in the game. Why have I lost money? Well, I lost money. Now, looking back, it's simply because I didn't know what I was doing. So about 3 years ago, I decided to say, you know what? I had to hold the bull by the horn, or the horn by the bull, right? Do a lot of research, and became absolutely and amazing to the point that I have written the book to help people so that they will not lose money at the same time. So my mission is don't lose money. That's rule number 1. And rule number 2, read my book. And rule number 3, don't lose money. And rule number 4, read the book.
Where can they find the book? Where can you find this book? If I want to read it,
it's actually available on Amazon right now as we speak. Right.
Very good.
So as one of the best sellers within the 4 or 5 days of actually launching the book, 4 or 5 weeks, within a few days of the book being launched. That's first part of the story.
There you go.
But what I do in a bigger spectrum is MediLiVes. What is MediLiVes all about? MediLiVes is a a company that brings about technology with health, right? This was against the backdrop of my own son, which I took to accident and emergency in London about 10 years ago, 16th of November 2011. And we were there waiting for a doctor for about 11 hours, right? So what then do I decided to identify there is a gap in the market, but what is more fundamental was that my head was spinning, that my son was in agonizing pain, excruciating pain, going backward and forward to the nurses at the reception saying, just hang up and you come to your turn, and as a father, going through that excruciating pain wasn't a nice experience. So I decided to do something about it rather than complaining, to create an app, MediLiVes app, an app that connects a patient to a doctor any time of the day. So that's the journey. It's all about helping other people to be able to optimize, because that's what leaders do. Leaders are those who do for other people what they cannot do for themselves. And it's so appropriate that this platform is speakers are leaders, and that's what this platform trains us to be able to speak with clarity, and to be able to speak with understanding, and to be able to speak with knowledge that will impact a lot of insightful and useful information to the hearer, so that it will motivate and govern and inspire them for them to be able to speak at the same time. So that's the journey.
So we can say that this book that is available in Amazon right now, you title World Changing Blockchain Opportunity by Sonia Ahonsi. You can say that this book actually started a bigger journey when few lessons from this book had been integrated in the technology company that you put in place. The name is MediLiVes, which you can actually have a doctor in your pocket. And how important do you think for poor countries is, and for the world, especially in the situation that we live in right now, to have your own doctor in your own pocket?
Well, this is quite interesting, actually. Harry, question you're asking me now. When we started the journey about 8-9 years ago, people were laughing at us scornfully. Who is going to connect with a doctor using a mobile phone? But I had a dream at that point in time, and I was able to discern, and I use that word discern because it's beyond the obvious of so many people, that we need, right, a connection with a doctor. And research have shown in the UK particularly that 60% of people who actually go to A&E, they don't have to be there. They just clog up the system and deny people really actually needed the necessary. And the advent of COVID had demonstrated beyond all shadow of doubts that connecting with doctor remotely is a way forward. Number one, it's quick. Number two, you can do that at any point in time, any time of the day. Number three, you save a lot of money in terms of traveling backward and forward. You save a lot of time for doctor's time and also the patient time. So it is a win-win for everybody, which is what I call the balanced scorecard of winning. In terms of time, in terms of money, in terms of traveling, and in terms of doctor-patient relationship. So this is what I believe, that the system that MediLiVes is all about, doctors in your pocket and hospital in your home, is simply demonstrating something very, very succinct, something very, very important, that wherever you go, the doctor is in your pocket and you can connect with that doctor at any point in time. See, that's what MediLiVes does. And within that also, Harry, we've come up with some high-tech products that are medically infused with technology that can help people to be able to get well in a very short time, without, again, the need for them to leave home. And this is why the emphasis, what MediLiVes is doing, is so critical, so important. Doctors in your pocket, hospital in your home. Well, let's go back to the question. The question is, online, how am I able to sell very well?
Yes, you have a very successful presentations. It happens actually every week, and in these presentations, we're talking about the MediLife, and Son is presenting the state of the company, the future pros, and how can we help thousands and thousands of people. So my question to you is for everybody that is out there that have a product that want to present online. I think they're more qualified than you to talk about this subject. Nobody else, because you do a weekly presentations online about MediLife. So in your view, what would be the 5 steps to present your products online? If people are out there and they have a company, they have a vision, they have a dream like you, and they want to present the products online, what would be the first or the 5 steps to present your products online that people should be doing in order to do that effectively, as MediLife have doing right now, that is creating that. Saying that, I have to share something about that, and it's about one of the main benefits of MediLife to have the doctor in your pocket. Is I myself, I was sick, and then we actually use the service we call MediLife, and since I spoke with the doctor, I start to feel better. I think that it has a huge psychological impact when you're feeling really, really bad, and then you hear the voice of the doctor giving you some advice. Immediately, it's a psychology factor that you feel that support that you need, and your body find the strength and help the healing process, obviously, as well as the instructions that have been given to you by phone. So I have to say that I use the service myself and have a tremendous effect on me, positive, when I was sick, right? Saying that, in order for the people that are out there, that they want to present the company online and they are not succeeding, they see that the company is not growing, right? What have you have done different than other people that you are presenting online again and again and again, and your company keep growing and growing and growing? What can you advise us? What would be the 5 steps to present your products online?
Very good, excellent, brilliant question. First of all, and this is pivotal, have a good product. Okay, speak clearly about the product, and you need to be able to be a good speaker, you need to hydrate.
Yeah. First, let's talk about the good product.
Finish.
Okay.
That to be in a good state of mind, and also you need to be physically healthy. Okay. Now, why have I mentioned all of the? Well, the strategy is TTT. I'm telling the audience what I'm going to tell. Then I'm going to tell them what it is. Then I'm going to tell them again what I've told them. That's the 3T model of presenting. So, number 1 is to have a good product. Okay. I brought 1 or 2 of them to be able to share with you, Harry, and the audience out there. Product that are so technologically advanced. This is, for example, a bioresonance product. Let me just share with you, and this is what I'll be sharing with people, and that's why the market is good. Okay, this is not a sales pitch, but I'm using this as examples, the case studies of what a good product is all about. A good product should have ability to be able to provide quality service for us. The bioresonance technology, what does it actually do? Well, Harry, I would like you to listen to me with careful sensitivity. This is what a bioresonance product does. It's able to check your full body system, right? The machine. When it's able to do that, it's able to read all your energy structure, all your different levels, all the way to your brain connectivity. And it's able to identify the organ. Let's say you're having a lot of cough. Straight away, the machine with the coding will be able to identify that you will be affected by your lungs or your gut or your part of your stomach or your diaphragm, all of that. So he identifies the organ. From the organ, he identifies the sickness or the illness that is affecting that organ. And from that, the machine is able to say to you, this is the root cause of that problem. Then we at MediLive will say, we fix it. Okay, so you have the organ analyzed, you have the pathogen, the disease, then you have the root cause of it, and we fix it. But let me just say something which is very important. With bioresonance technology, you're able to identify that 80% of our sicknesses, they are caused by microorganisms. What do I mean by that? Well, they call by bacteria, by viruses and all the rest of it that attack our own system. Sometime in the general medicine, we identify the symptom. And if 10 of us are sick, headache, and the doctor may prescribe for us paracetamol for all the 10 of us. But because our body anatomy and physiologies are different from each other, it may well be that I needed a paracetamol, but Harry, you don't. And Julie doesn't. Then Margaret doesn't. Mohammed doesn't. They all need different. So what we do not look into the disease. We look into the individual. So individual is diagnosed. We enter into the root cause, remove that bacteria or remove that virus from the system, and the body will come back to optimal functionality. That's what is happening. So bioresonance doesn't just cover over the actual symptom, veneer over the dampness, but it actually goes to the grassroots, remove and scrape away all the dirt, replaster, and make it good again. That's what bioresonance technology does. This device, for example, can handle about 2,500 different medical conditions. Do you believe it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whether it is headache, migraine, women issues, men issues, children issues. We've got loads and scores and scores and scores of clients who are using the resonance. Right? One of them is Lily. Lily was saying, yes, I used to have headache. And it took me about 3-4 months just to convince Lily to say this one works. And when she got it, Lily hardly, received any, migraine right now.
I have to say that it's fantastic. We have been using, Lily has been using it successfully. And I think that the range of benefit that the product have, right?
I had another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph. Joseph used to suffer from lack of sleep every night. So he came to our clinic. I said to Joseph, come in, let's do the analysis. What Joseph was suffering from was stress, right? A lot of stress, a lot of indigestion in his stomach, in his system, and also insomnia, lack of sleep. I said, okay, Joseph, we certainly just design a specific program for Joseph to tackle the lack of sleep, to tackle indigestion, and to tackle all the other main health and condition that he is suffering from. For the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months, he said to me, the moment he programmed this device on that stopped insomnia, he said within 30 minutes he's gone to bed. And we are making this available. So what we're saying here, Harry, the way I use the online system to be able to promote this product is I highlight the benefit, demonstrating case study of how you can use this product successfully. Where would you be able to get this product? Well, they're available on MediLives. It's called Marketplace at medilives.co.uk. Right, whereby you can actually source this particular product, and it can be delivered to you within a few days, and you start gaining and using the benefit of this particular product. So going back to the issue of having a good product, there is no point you being a great speaker if your product is not good enough. And that product also needs to be able to create a system that helps the user. And in this case, it's supporting a lot of people in terms of managing pain, any chronic pain, any acute pain, sleeplessness, migraine, men's issues, loads of them, women issue. And it's so interesting over the last, since we opened the MediLive clinic in London, we have almost about 500 people that have come. Do you know what? Majority of these clients are either they are medical doctors or they are nurses, or they refer these people to us. And we are providing the service. People are benefiting. And the other good thing is, which is so important for us to mention, there are no any side effect. You can use it in conjunction with the traditional medicine. Paracetamol, Panadol, it will not have any adverse or hemorrhagic reaction to the user. We had another young lady, 28 years old, and when she came to a clinic with her mom a few months back, and the system demonstrated that she needs to have this bioresonance device, which the mom actually got for her. Guess what? Because she's under the home care of, social services, they impounded on this after she used it for a week. Because when the cleaners were coming in, they were seeing her with the devices and all the rest of them. But the care home manager did mention something. He said, since last week or so, her sleeping pattern has improved quite dramatically. Then she decided to go to her GP. GP couldn't help her. Then she came to me. He said, they have taken the devices away from her. If I could help. So I wrote to Dr. Yanis, which is our top consultant on bioresonance. Then he put pen to paper. He said, look, these are, then he mentioned all the benefits of using the bioresonance technology. It is frequency medicine, which is the future for all medicine. Not that it's going to compete with the traditional medicine, but it's going to complement. And that's the position where we're at. And it's quite interesting that I use that word complement, because MediLive has actually demonstrated beyond all reasonable doubt. We have just been given an accreditation by CMA. What does that actually mean? And what's the significance of that? What CMA stands for, Complementary Medical Association. What are they? Well, this organization regulates the activities of homeopathic alternative, medical dispensation, to make sure that the quality of the product, the quality of your services, the quality of your training are up to the mark, and your patients are protected in the process. So they evaluated our system, they evaluated what we do, and they said, we will give you, as part of our recognition for your clinic, the product. Yes, we cannot endorse the product, but we can say that you have a quality product that people can actually, like bioresonance one that people can trust and then use it safely, because this is quite difficult. At the moment, there are no any regulation or a lot of regulation for a lot of homeopathic, doctors out there, but we now have a system that recognizes quality products, quality services, reliable, dependable, that can bring a lot of benefit to the audience that you serve. So at MediLives, we make sure that these products are abundantly available to anyone in any part of the globe. This is what is happening. So going back to your first question is, have a quality product.
There you go. And then I want to extend about that a little bit more. So when we're talking about good quality product and we are presenting online, right? It's something revolutionary, something that people that we're not used to, right? So 100% of the population, when we feel bad, we go to a doctor, right? So, but there is an statement with the traditional medicine, right? Like I think that most of the pills sometimes they solve one problem and they create another one, because there are side effects of every single chemical medicine that you put, and this is the way it is, right? Now, the non-invasive product or solution for health, right, have been out there all the time, right? However, the amount of publicity and the amount of knowledge out there regarding these alternative products are not enough, right? That's why by presenting online products that offer an alternative and complementary solution to the health problems is key. But for that, the main step number one that Dr. Sonia Ahonsi has shared with us is to make sure that you have a good product, a product that have a wide range of benefits, right? So actually can add value to the health of the people, right? So this saying that is a very good example we use in ourselves. Lily and I have a tremendous a positive impact in our health. So step number one about how to present your products online is, remember, try to find and try to have a good product, unique with the range of benefits that we can use, right? So then and you communicate, like Dr. Sonny shared with us, communicate the benefit effective the benefits, because you can say this product is good, but if we're not able to communicate the benefit effectively, then people they won't know what is the results and what can get out of that, right? Now, in your opinion, Dr. Sonny, what would be the second step or 5 steps to present your products online that people out there should be doing in order to succeed, to grow their companies, and to have more success?
Okay, as an online presenter, you need to have your own goal, a plan. That plan should come with clarity. What exactly are you aiming for your audience? Like MediLiVes, our goal is to connect you to a doctor straight away.
Have a clear message, right?
A clear message. A message that definitive, a message that determines your path, your pathway of where you're going. And that clarity should be able to highlight the benefit. For example, we have other product here like this gel glaze. People say to me, oh, what is it used for? I said, well, this particular product can protect a lot of radiation from your environment. It reduces the radiation, the negative or the positive charge. So it creates a reciprocal. If you have a positive charge of radiation within your house, and a lot of people are suffering from that, that creates a headache, that creates a fatigue, that creates all the different form of infirmity, sicknesses in our body. So having this one plugged into the electricity of your own home can reduce your radiation by a wide margin of 30, 40, 50, 60% in some cases. And I used to suffer from a lot of headache in the morning, or you wake up in the morning, oh, your pains and so forth. Until one of our doctors actually brought it to my attention. He said, look, you need to have these gel cleanse and your dome. He said, when you have them around you, he said, guess what happened? That could minimize a lot of the pain. And guess what? The very, very first week I actually had them, my son said to me, wow. My colleagues that, they bought some of them, they said, wow, radiation had dropped quite dramatically. We had one of our nurses who actually he had the product for herself and the family. Within a week, she reported, he said, look, my children are saying, Mommy, you have actually brought us a lot of blessing with this type of product. I said, wow. And guess what happened? Antonia, she came back the following week and ordered 20 of the dome. And this, from where? From the therapist that actually diagnosed her of suffering from a lot of radiation. Within 3 months, the level of concentration and the toxin that radiation had caused for her body were reduced by 68%. Can you believe that? Isn't that really amazing? So these products are incredible. So a clear structure, direction, or benefit will help your audience to be able to understand, oh, okay, you have this product. Because online, remember, Harry, online is very different from face to face.
Exactly.
Because there are different dynamics and so forth. So stating your product with clarity and saying who the product has actually benefited, that create the curiosity. Because as myself was suffering from insomnia, Lily was suffering from migraine, and Antonia was suffering from radiation in terms of stress within the environment. The good product has actually provided a solution, but communicating the goodness of those products need to come with clarity of information, clarity of purpose. So if you want to sell online as the speaker, if you're not a speaker, make sure your message is clear, well documented, well written, rehearse it, and make sure it is embedded into your own marrow and your spine so that you're able to relay that information with clarity to the audience that you're serving. Again, this product, the GeoGlens, what does it actually do? Well, it deals with Wi-Fi, radiation, 5G, 4G, digital TV, smart, laptop. Don't we have all of this in our home today? Everybody has. Especially our own children. They all have it. And a lot of us are saddled with so much toxin due to radiation. So what this product do is to reduce those effects of radiation.
Which radio will cover this product?
It will cover the whole house.
Wow, that's amazing.
Any length of the whole house and 90-meter radius by width. So which means your own apartment here, when you have this, it will cover the whole people within the apartment. That's the power of this particular.
And talking about clarity, right? So people sometimes we don't have clarity that we have this new invasion in our house, like radiation, right? Such a things like radiation. Even myself, I put my mobile phone next to my head when I sleep every day. So one of these products will actually block the amount of radiation that the phone or the TV is emitting, right?
Absolutely.
So clearly, where can they find this product?
Well,
where can they find?
The product is available.
Yeah, what is the website?
It's marketplace at MediLiVes.co.uk. www.marketplace, marketplace one word, at MediLiVes.co.uk. Or you can just go onto MediLiVes.co.uk and it will link you to the marketplace itself.
Okay, so by visiting MediLive.co.uk, we click in the website that it said marketplace, and we will be directly to all the products that we are discussing today. Now, coming to the presentation online, so we have a good product. That's number one step of 5 steps to present your products online, is to have a good product, and the second one is speak clearly and have the clear message what your company is all about, like Dr. Hardy shared with us, as well as clear product and the message. Yeah, we have Valeria say, great show and great people. Thank you, Valeria. People are commenting
Hi, Valeria.
from Facebook. Thank you, Valeria. Valeria, actually, she's following this talk because she likes a lot about health, about this topic of radiation. So that's why she's taking a great product. Thank you, Valeria, for your support. And now we're gonna talk about the third step, or the 5 steps to present your product online. What people should be doing out there if they are online, they are not working, they have a business, have a physical product like you described it today, yes. And they want to grow. They believe, same like you, that the product can make a big difference in people's life.
Yeah.
And actually, when people use those type of products and they come back to you and they say they're feeling amazing, there is no price for it. Because how can you price the value of your health? All the millionaires that I know, they will change all the money for one more day of life, right? So bringing the benefit of health, bringing the benefit of people feel better is actually priceless. And if we don't present online this effectively, we will be doing a disservice to the people out there, right? Because people, if we don't present this product powerfully, then people will go and they find it somewhere else, and then the effect is going to be difficult. So presenting effectively, present your products online effectively. If they are good and if they have good benefit for people, it's your mission to get better again and again and again. That's why Dr. Sonia Ahonsi is one of the greatest presenters online, because I can see every single week, MediLiVes broadcast goes out there, right? And the details of this broadcast you can find it in MediLive Facebook pages and all the social media. And so you can learn more, you can educate more yourself about what can you do in order to feel better if you feel that the medicines are not working for you and you feel stuck, right? Now, what will be the third step that online people, third of the 5 steps to present your products online?
Just before I do that, Harry.
Okay, before we jump into this, yeah?
Yeah, just before I do that, it's always good for a speaker to take a little break.
Good.
See you back in a few minutes.
And